Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Vinny if this is your first time here. Today we're talking about the Rolex GMT-Master II Batgirl, how the price trend is moving for that watch right now. The premiums are coming down, so this video will go ahead and dive into a couple of websites that'll show what exactly the sale price of the watch is at today's date of April 27, 2020. Again, we're not talking about the MSRP going down, we're just simply talking about the premium for how much the watch was selling before and how much the watch is going for right now on the gray markets, because of course a lot of people can't get this watch walking into an AD. So this is a great way to buy the watch off gray market, but how much is it at today, April 27th? I had quite a few people reach out to me to make a video for this watch because I released a video like this on the price trend for the Pepsi a couple weeks back. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and take a look at that. Today I'm wearing the Submariner. I'm still wearing some of the watches, putting them in rotation, making a bunch of YouTube videos because shelter in place for me has been extended until June, at least the end of May, so I can't even get a haircut, can't really do much, but at least I'm wearing the watches to enjoy and make YouTube videos with them. So let's go ahead and dive into this video here. So the first website we'll start on is obviously the Rolex website, kind of going over the MSRP of the watch, which is $9,700, and that is what it would be if you were to buy it from an AD directly and getting it at retail. For me, in my area with the tax rate of about 9%, this watch ends up being around $10,500 for me in my area. I'm not sure where it is that you live or how much the tax rate is there, but it's about $10,500 out the door for me. So let's go ahead and jump into the Chrono 24 chart. Now if we go to max here, it's going to go ahead and show us that right now Chrono 24 is saying that the watch is selling for $14,972 and an estimated worth between this range, $14,300 to $15,600. Obviously this watch was released in 2019, and when it first came out it was selling for an insane premium, again up from the $9,700. It was selling for upwards of $22,000, which is, I think, insane. That's more than double what the watch is worth right off the door if you're getting it from an AD. But again, it does start to decline here, moving and leveling out. I think the supply and the hype of the watch started to go down a little bit, but nonetheless, this watch is still very, very hard to get. So it still maintained a very high premium even throughout the years. But what's important here is if we go to a 3-month breakdown, before this whole beer bug, C virus situation hit, you know, it was still trading high 15s, which I think was pretty steady for a while there. And Chrono 24 is now saying, as it's moving into, here it's March, you're starting to see a slight dip here going into March, and then leveling back out a little bit at 15.5. And ultimately, where we are today, it's saying it's worth $14,972. However, if you actually go and look at the listings for sale, so this is the Chrono 24 website. First of all, I'm only going to compare new and unworn prices because I can keep this as a controlled. So make sure the new is checked off, and then also I want box and papers, of course, right? Because there are people that sell new watches that are for some reason missing paperwork. I'm not sure how that happens, but yeah, so make sure you go on more, click watch and original box and original papers. And then the first 5 on this page here, when you see top in orange here, it means that the seller is paying for it to be sponsored and shown at the very top of each search page. So if we skip that, and right now I have it set to the lowest, so sorted from low to high. And it seems that the lowest in United States, which is where I'm based out of, this is a 2019 for $13,425. And of course, the guys that are sponsored listings are paying $13,240, $13,450. So, I mean, people are bringing the premium down, of course, but it seems that the sales haven't registered, and Chrono 24 hasn't adjusted their chart yet. Again, I think this is based on just sale price, so until these sell, this price here won't be affected. But as you can see, people are starting to liquidate, or gray market dealers starting to liquidate, which again, we went over this in the last video. It makes complete sense. Their money is tied up in these pieces, so they need to push out inventory as quick as possible, free up the cash reserves that they have. So, you know, they must have an X amount in stock. But you're seeing some people go lower, than others. So 13,450 is quite low. And I don't just go based off of Chrono 24. I also want to show you guys, if you were to buy it from a forum, how much the pricing is going for on the forums, because honestly, if you can find a really good supplier and a trusted supplier who is a dealer on the forum, you can also get a really good price. Chrono 24 does charge their sellers a certain percentage commission fee to be able to sell on the website, so they obviously have to account for that commission fee in the pricing, whereas if you're going to go through a forum and you're doing a cash wire transaction, then there's no additional fees on top of that, so you can get a better price on the watch. But if you normally search in, so I do Rolex GMT-Master II 126710 BLNR, which will only give me the ones with the Jubilee bracelet, because that is where the 2 comes into play, or else it's a 1-1 reference number. But yeah, when you normally search in, it's just going to sort automatically by relevance. And you'll see, you'll get a really good spread here. The top guys are obviously sponsored, and then you'll be able to find the guys who are just getting high volume searches, so 670 views in the last 48 hours. That's why this guy's listing is coming up right after the sponsored ads are done, right? After the sponsored listings are done. But again, if we jump over to the forums, here we're seeing about 13,500. If we jump over to the forums, again, I type in the reference number to make sure that I'm getting the Jubilee band version, the 2019 and up. But here, let's find a brand new in-box one, because I was comparing brand new earlier, so that would make the most sense. So here's a brand new in-box 13.7. Takuya, who is absolutely amazing. If you're gonna buy from the forums, he is a great person to work with. But if we look here, we can kind of see pricing is going for considerably less. Again, it's just they're not having to pay certain fees, so you can get a better price on the forums. For instance, this listing here was posted 31st of March 2020. New in box, dated March 2020, so this is a brand new piece. Let's go ahead and look through the photos here. And the original listing was 13.5, and the listing now shows that it's sold. But if you go down, you can generally get an idea of what it's sold for. So reduced to 13,000, and then on the 16th of April sold. So you are able to get this watch for a lesser price on the forums. And right now it seems like brand new, the lowest I'm seeing is 13,000 to low 13s, less than 13.5, so 13,425. This is a 2019. The one I just showed you on the forum is a 2020. So that should give you a good idea of where the pricing is right now for the Batgirl. Now again, before I get a bunch of comments saying the watch market this, watch market that, look, we all understand what's gonna happen right now. We understand that pricing may go down lower. However, as of April 27th, this is what I'm seeing on the internet and what's kind of trending for the price. Now the 80s around me aren't open. If the 80s around you are open, maybe you go ahead and take a shot at trying to get one at retail. However, the people around me, they're not open, so I can't get one at retail right now, even if I tried. So before you comment, just understand that we're just talking about the premium coming down, which makes complete sense with the gray market, right? They need to liquidate, so it's gonna happen regardless. We just don't know how much further it's gonna go down. I don't expect it to get below $12,000. I mean, I think if you can pick up a brand new Batgirl under $12,000, that's pretty good, considering if I'm paying $10,500 brand new from the AD, if I paid $11,500 for it from a brand new in box, from a dealer, I wouldn't mind paying $1,000 premium, because I'm not trying to wait a year or X amount of time and spend X amount of money with the dealer before I'm able to even get my hands on one at an AD. So for me, there comes a certain point where the premium becomes worth it, because I'm not trying to spend X amount of time waiting to be able to wear a watch and use it. I don't buy these for investments. I actually wear my watches. As you can see, I wear them every single day. So I'm gonna put the wear and tear on it. I'm not trying to save it in a vault for 10 years and then hope to God that it's worth 30,000. Again, it 100% comes down to you. If you really like the watch, how much are you willing to pay for it? That's what it's worth to you. It's just good that the premiums are coming down. To wrap it up, if you've been wanting one, at least you're not paying 15, 16. You can get one in the 13s now, so at least that's a little bit of a good sign for you guys. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Make sure you use those websites, use the forums, use the Chrono24. There's a couple of the websites you can use. Chrono24 does a really good job. It's one of the bigger platforms for you to be able to track how the pricing is moving on these watches. So I hope this video was informative. If there's any other watches you want me to make a price trend video on, just drop them in the comments below. I'll go ahead and do my research, take a look at where it's been selling at, what we're selling at right now, find the listings that are selling, because that's what they're worth, right? The ones that are selling are what it's worth. So if there's any other watch you want me to make a video on, just drop a comment below. Again, hope you liked the video, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I am posting a lot more. Shelter in place for me got extended, so I got more time to make more videos. So I hope you stay in tune for that. Just hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.